Welcome back to the mix, y'all. Let's get right on back into it. So Niecy Nash posted a video on Instagram that I wanted to show you guys and get your thoughts on. Let's check it out.
We are so consumed as a whole by what other people think. We make decisions based on what somebody else may say. We don't post a thing based on how it may make somebody else feel. We don't do the things we want to do because we're worried about other people's feelings.
Listen, there is so much truth in what she just said. But I want to know from you guys what y'all think about what she said. Have you ever really cared about what people thought about you? And be completely honest about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, I went through that phase being that I did grow up on reality television pretty much. I was on reality TV when I was 14. So when you're introduced to that at such a young age, I did care what people would say and how they felt about me. But now at 24, pretty much when I hit 20, I was like, you know what? If you're not my family, or if I don't love you, you don't love me back. Like, I don't care. I only care about the family. So now I'm at that point. But when I did see that video, I did have to reflect and be honest with myself. That I feel like if you say, oh, I don't care what people think, you're not really being honest with yourself. We've all went through that phase where we did care.
Facts.
Yeah, I would definitely say that. I mean, I'm still going through that. Like, I'm kind of new to everything. So like, I really do care at the end of the day, like what I wear or like even what I post on social media. It's like, even my friends, like, are they going to think I'm weird for like posting about it? Or, like, even when I started like the show and I would post like stuff about it, I'd be like, oh my God, they're going to think I'm like trying to, do too much or like, brag. And so like, I always stop myself. So I think for me personally, I'm still learning how to like grow out of that and realize like other people's opinions really don't matter. So if y'all can help me with that, I would really appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely. TEALA, what about you? I know like you lived your whole life pretty much on YouTube. Have you ever let the internet trolls get to you?
Absolutely. I mean, I used to do story times all the time, but now I got a story for y'all. I mean, I would say about 2 years ago, I really let the hate get to me. I mean, all the hate comments that I would get, I would like make almost like response blogs to it, being like, you guys need to stop being rude to me, blah, blah, blah. And kind of like fighting fire with fire, which only ignited more hate. It almost like it brought more attention to those negative comments of people that they have nothing to do with me. They've never met me. They don't know me. They're just trolling because they want to feel something or they want a response. And I realized that not responding is the best thing to do. And just, you have to focus on the people that are supporting you, because at the end of the day, the people that are writing those negative comments, at the end of the day, those people are still subscribed to you. They still have your post notifications on. They're low-key a fan in disguise, and they're obviously going through something, because hurt people. If you are dealing with something and you're happy and you're living your life, you're not going to write negative comments telling people to kill themselves or that they're too skinny or they're too fat or you're ugly. Like, you're just not going to do that. So clearly those people that are writing those comments, they're hurt. And I've realized that. And now I'm just like, at the end of the day, these people don't know me. Every person I've met that's recognized me, they've been so sweet to me. They're like, wow, you're so nice. And people like that, I want to give my attention to. I want to give my all to. So it's definitely been a journey. It has not been easy at all. I'm definitely at a place now, also like Jazz was saying, at 24, where I realized, like, at the end of the day, like, if you're not my family or somebody that I love or my closest friends, like, your opinion really doesn't matter to me, and you don't know me, so I shouldn't let that affect me.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, Jazz, I know you touched on it a little bit, but I want you and Romeo's opinions, because I know you both have been in the limelight and been in reality TV. And so do you feel like you need to tell people your personal life, like every detail that's going on with you, to the world, because they kind of see a little bit of it?
Look, all I'm going to say is it's a part of the game. You have to know what you're signing up for. And unfortunately, I feel a lot of kids get that treatment because what social media does, it makes everybody their own star. So just a kid who's going to middle school or high school who wants to post up and talk to their friends, they're their own star now, because the way social media is built to cater to you as if you're really out there as a movie star. You're your own movie star, and I don't think everybody's built and prepared for that. The biggest the biggest and the easiest way to fail is to care what others think about you. Nobody's going to believe you more than yourself. And that's biblical. You know, you only need one person to believe in you, and that's you. So my biggest key that I'll tell people also, when you're chasing your dreams and you're getting bullied and you're getting negative comments, don't pay any attention to it. It can harm you if you don't feed it. And we've all been guilty of this because it hurts. But I learned at an early age because I was this big child star and I had my dad who was super successful, and I seen how he handled it. And I was able to be 2 steps ahead. And I realized for every person that's hating on you, there's 10 people that's loving you. Why don't we shine a light on those positive comments? You know, the positive people. And then even like you said, T, even when you get a negative comment, watch if you just say something nice back. They'll be like, "Oh my goodness, you responded."
It's so true.
They will. Yeah, they will.
Yeah, once you master the mindset, it's so much easier to conquer your goals.
That's real. I wish that I could. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, to answer your question, Jamie, for me, it was just always, you know, respecting my mom, being that she is, you know, a reality TV OG. Now she's an actress. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I have so much respect for her. So when it came to posting, you know, parts of my life, even a part of my life, which I shared on the Mix episode, you know what I'm saying? That was really big for me. I had, you know, not necessarily get her approval, but just make sure she was aware, because at the end of the day, she does have a huge following. So that's always where my respect is going to lie. But, you know, other than that, if it's not really my mom, no, I don't get any approval from anybody. I post what I want.
Our family, we be living life like mob life. You know, it's like, look, people have their own connection with the one who way, but it's like we have our own voice. If you come to our households, we have our own voice. But when it comes to it's like, this is what it is. It's chain and command, and it's going to be your turn one day. But that's something I really do take my hat off with you, because that's rare to have that kind of chain and command with your parents. And a lot of people try to laugh at that.
Yeah, they really do. You'd be surprised how many people are like, "Oh my God, you love your mom too much, this and that. You go to her for everything." I'm like, you summed it up perfectly, Romeo. It's a chain of command, and I'm always gonna have respect for her.
Knowing that Jazz will smack y'all up. I'm just
yes.
But look, Jamie and Ton, I know Jamie, you kind of dived in, but Ton, you know, this is kind of like y'all party of the coming out to the world, you know, the world being able to learn about you guys and judge you being the host of a top show. So I want to ask y'all the same question. How does that affect you, and how are you handling that?
You know, for my experience of it, I think that I wish I could say, like, I don't care what other people think, or I haven't cared in the past, but I'd be lying if I say that. Especially like as a Black man, you're kind of raised to think, or to make sure you acknowledge what other people think of you. You can't come across as like, you know, too ghetto, too hood, or you got to come across this way or that way. And especially being a bisexual man on top of that, I absolutely care what people thought. I always thought like, oh my God, I wonder if they're going to think like I'm coming across as too gay or like too feminine. I got to make sure like, you know, I keep it super masculine and keep it, you know, very like straight. So I definitely have thought about that. And even when I signed on to do this show, like I knew I needed to come and be real and talk about my sexuality. And the producers were telling me, you know, you got to be real. You got to talk about it. And I just wasn't comfortable with it. And so I thought a lot, like, what would people think? What would they think about me? Because people don't understand bisexuality. They think you're either just gay or you like women. That's it. They don't get that you can have a strong attraction to both and equally. But what helped me when I actually did tell my truth on the show, people actually came to me and they said, man, because of you, you helped me to realize that I'm not alone, that there are other people like me. You inspired me. And that just made me realize that, like, first, I don't got to give a fuck about what anybody thinks about my story and who I am, because my truth is my truth. And it doesn't matter to anyone else what that is. And also, too, I'm inspiring other people to live in their truth. You know, people that maybe wouldn't have seen another, you know, young Black guy who is like me, who is bisexual, who is, you know, who does talk the way that I talk. So they really helped me to live in my truth and reminded me that me being me is all that matters.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's very big, because I just want to take my hat off to everybody on here. You know, I gave Jazz her flowers. I want to give y'all flowers and roses because, like I always tell people, this is gumbo. You know, we all don't see eye to eye. We all don't have the same perspective. We all come from different walks of life. But guess what? We all accept each other, baby. And that's what life is about. And that's why I love this show, because it's showing that, guess what? We all are beautiful, you know, and we need more of that out there. Just like y'all heard Tom's story. Positivity helped him overcome a hurdle. You don't know who you're helping right now. And the same with Jamie. I know you're the youngest on here, but it's like you're actually learning while you're in the shits, in the war.
You guys, it's funny Romeo says that because I couldn't tell you guys how many times I've been like, Romeo, like no one cares what I think. Like I should just stop talking. Like people are on here, in my opinion, or before, like to listen to Romeo, Jazz, Anton, Zoe, and even TEALA to talk about y'all's lives because people like know you and they care like what's going on behind the scenes. So like for me, I was always like, okay, just sit back, ask them questions, like don't really open up because no one really gives a damn. And it's been Romeo who's like, Jamie, if you have something to say, like, say it, like get over it. And so like
say it, but some like that, sure.
Right. But like Romeo, my point is, I was trying to say thank you, but you know what? I'm over it now. So I was for helping me to realize that I'm gonna say what I want to say.
Awesome. You know what too though? Like I think like my mom said, she says it all the time. If somebody ain't putting no money in your bank account and paying your bills, why you give a damn about what they got to say about your life?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That is so true.
Like,
that's funny.
Period. And I think we might got to take a break.
Yeah, we actually do have to take. I'm sorry, y'all, but I know.